everybody, welcome to this episode of Master the NEC, sponsored by Electrical Code Academy Incorporated. That's rather new, so you haven't heard me talk about that before. Well, basically what that is that we have decided to incorporate, and what we have now is a series where we do Master the NEC, teaching the National Electrical Code, but we're going to have a lot of other episodes that are going to fall underneath the corporate label of Electrical Code Academy. So today's lesson really is to talk a little bit about what's going to take place in the future when it comes to different things that we're going to do here. Again, we've incorporated and we want to do things that are a little more broader than just the National Electrical Code. We now, being under a corporate label, we can create what we call a corporate university, so we can do some further education, and we get to get a real studio. Now, I have a studio where I work at Encore. I do a lot of from the desk videos, but we also do corporate videos up in my recording studio with the green screen and all that kind of stuff. So much higher quality videos than here, as you know, from the desk here for our Master the NEC series. So we'll be doing that. Right now I do it in my office here at my home, but hopefully we'll be able to break out now and do a bunch of product reviews and things like that. So that's going to be exciting that we'll be able to do some reviews like that. And so look for that. Everything's kind of shifting to Electrical Code Academy Incorporated. New logos. We're still going to do Master the NEC series, which is devoted strictly to the National Electrical Code and the promotion of that document. But you'll see other episodes that'll come from product reviews to in the field to proper techniques for certain types of wiring for electricians and what have you, and some inspector type videos. So I encourage you to pass this along, subscribe to our YouTube channel. The channel is going to stay as Master the NEC because that's how everything started. But the broader scope is, again, Electrical Code Academy is what we're going to do. And it's incorporated here in Texas. So what does that detail for us is, instead of me always looking quite a bit pale, so I can adjust it a little bit, turn the lighting off in here. But what it's going to mean is that we're going to get a little higher definition camera. Now, I've got some real expensive cameras, $5,000, $6,000 cameras that I use back at work that are mine. I took all the green screens and the lighting, the 5-point lighting is all mine, but I use it at work. So what we want to do is get all that for a studio here. So we're looking to expand out and create a new studio in order to be able to do a lot more videos, a little more quality. Have you seen some of our new intros? We're going to have a bunch more of those type of things that kind of focus on each thing. So kind of just a little video to tell you about what's coming up and to encourage you to visit our websites. So electricalcodeacademy.com, and it's .net and .org as well. You can go there. You can email us at info@electricalcodeacademy.com, but you can also still visit masterthenec.com, .net, or .org. And you can email us there at info@masterthenec.com. So we have those avenues. On Twitter, we're going to be at Master the NEC. And so on Facebook, just look for Master the NEC. Both of those websites will have the links on it to our Twitter page. Our Facebook page is going to stay Master the NEC because that was our roots, where we started with the NEC. And so we'll branch out into other things, but that's where we're going to kind of start. For the most part, we are the video series that we do, or different things that we do when I teach, is a nonprofit. I mean, we're not registered as a nonprofit, but we don't charge for anything. It's just teaching education, and I like to give education away. I generally don't charge for this type of things. And incidentally, I necessarily can turn that off. Here we go. So you see me here. And let me give this position here. Hold on. Let's do this. That didn't work. Let's do this. You can make it smaller and larger. It's best you're going to get out of me today there. Okay. All right, so we have a lot of things that's going on that we're going to be bringing to you. Um, Obviously, we have some needs here. I create graphics, but it's slow for me to create graphics because of all the things that I have going on. So if there's any graphic designer out there who can make really good electrical images based on my direction, you know, telling you what I want, draw it out. I can draw it out pretty good. Give you and you want to create them, we'll give you full credit for them. And in fact, we were looking for people that want to build their resume and they volunteer to be able to submit some of those videos, images. We'll use them. We're also at some point looking at bringing somebody on board that can do that to kind of ease my time that it takes for me to create some of these images, but I'm still working on them in Corel Draw and some of those type of things. The other thing is that Electrical Code Academy Incorporated is actually doing a little more than just online education. It's, again, we talked about creating a university, so we're going to be looking to partner up with different companies in order to bring education to those companies under the label of Electrical Code Academy, and partner out with different manufacturing companies in order to bring education to them, whether it's the National Electrical Code, whether it's product education, whether it's product reviews, but of course we also do our own consulting as well. So that's all done, and that's a separate side of the education part that we're working on. We're also going to have a series of videos on electrical safety code that'll be coming out, so look for those. But the real focus here is with the 2017 code underway. It's done. It's in print, or at least us that are on code panels, and I serve on code panel 5 and code panel 17. We already have a digital, a PDF copy that's verified or signed to us with our name on it, and we use that for educational purposes, like I'll use it in some of my videos. But again, it's really clear to make it that Electrical Code Academy or Master the NEC are not affiliated with NFPA. We 100% support NFPA and their efforts and the great people that are associated with that. Jim Pauley, who's the president, and all the way down to Mark Early, who does a wonderful job during this code process, all the way down to the field reps for them, which is, you know, Tim McClintock and Jeff Sargent. They just do a wonderful job, and all the staff there, and we want to support their efforts. So we use the document in its purest form so that we don't mislead anybody in the intent of the code language. That's the reason we use the code, to make sure that the right message is being sent, and all that information is copyrighted by NFPA, but we use it for educational purposes because we want to send the right message. But in no way do we say that master the NEC. It's just kind of a cliche thing, but you're really, when you're learning with videos, you're trying to master the NEC. You're trying to learn it, understand it, how to navigate it, how to interpret it, and so we do that with the document itself, and we will use a licensed document that's licensed to us. One of the things we want to do is, since the 2017 is so fresh, and a lot of times people say, you know, we do really long videos. This is a long video. It's over 9 minutes of me talking. But it's kind of to tell you kind of what we're going to do in the future. We're going to do a lot of series of some shorter videos that try to get to the point for some code, because some people's time is very limited and they want to get to the point. So we'll do certain things in different sections of the National Electrical Code that seem to be more controversial for people, or they have questions about it, and some will be really easy, and some will be more difficult. And so we'll try to keep them as short as we can. Again, I said the other thing we're going to do is we're going to have new cameras that are going to be 1080 full, and they're going to be a little more high definition, a little more color balance than this, less delayed nature. And like I said, we already have some high-end cameras, but it really takes a lot of time to edit that format in those cameras. Those are Canon cameras, and they're really high definition cameras. In many cases 4K. It really takes a lot of time to edit that out, whereas these videos I can just do it on the fly, and that's really why we want to turn out more of those. Now when we have anything that we think is really going to be a high-end educational series for something very high-end, or we might have some guests on or things like that, then we'll use those cameras. But when we're going to do some, we're looking at some really nice webcams by Logitech that allow us to do this, but they also mount on tripods, and they all can integrate to the different computer systems. So we want to have that in the studios that we're going to be, they're going to be working on. So, and at the worst, we'll try to do something in green screen so we can at least have this common look to our stuff and be able to pop stuff on the screen. But all of that is post-edit, and it just takes a lot of time. So a lot of times I like to do these quick videos just to get something out to you. So this video is longer than I wanted it to be, but I'm just trying to tell you kind of some things that we got going on. So we're going to try to do some shorter ones on specific topics, and maybe that'll help educate some people. Many people remember years ago when I did the Electrical Guru series, where we were just talking, we walked you through the code book from all the way in 90 all the way up to the annexes, that we almost went over every item, whereas some people skim over the top. We kind of went over every item, and by no means am I an expert in every facet of the National Electrical Code. Through my years, I've been to people and I look at them and go, that guy is amazing. But they're amazing in their one section, so they're very well focused on that one section. We have some people that are just pure experts in photovoltaic. Now, they wouldn't know anything else generally about the other aspects of the National Electrical Code, but when you have a conversation with them about photovoltaics, in 690, that's it. That's their thing. Or hazardous locations, then they are right on it. Okay, so what I try to do is kind of be broad. Obviously, I'm now pretty much a wire and cable expert. I can talk about all the chapter 3s and deal with that aspects of all those wiring methods very well, and give you my interpretation. Again, it's what it is. It's an interpretation. Pretty much what the handbook would be. It's somebody's interpretation. It's a good interpretation, but it's just somebody's interpretation. All right, so that's what we got coming up. That's what to look forward to. And again, watch the progress of Electrical Code Academy Incorporated. If you're a company out there and you're interested in partnering up with us and doing some videos or some training, or want some looking for some sponsorship for some things, get in touch with us. Visit our website, electricalcodeacademy.com. Find out a little bit of what we're about, and if you'd like a more detailed video, a high-definition video with the green screen, with your logos, with your site visits, more than happy to work on some stuff like that. It's all about education. Help me help you by teaching you the National Electrical Code, but we'll also be talking about the National Electrical Safety Code. We might be talking about NFPA 262. We might be talking about 70 E. We talked about it. Other different aspects. 110, NFPA 110. So there are going to be other ones that we'll talk about as we go on. So we do want to be more. That's the reason why we kind of went to Electrical Code Academy and incorporated it, is in order to be able to not just be one-dimensional and talk about the NEC. I mean, we want to talk about other things, AC/DC theory, some of the theories in grounding and bonding, which technically is the NEC, but we want to get into the roots of some of that theory, and do all kinds of series on that. So I hope you subscribe to that and check back often. Tell your friends. If you have suggestions for some episodes, by all means email it to us. We're more than happy to create a series for you for your specific question. Visit our message board by going to our websites, and you'll see a link there to go to the message board. It looks a little weird on tablets and phones because it's a little red click button underneath the navigational bar at the top. So it just doesn't seem like it works sometimes for tablets and all that type of thing. But it's out there. You can find it. Go to our Facebook page as well and submit your questions, and we'll try to get some answers for you. But again, that's kind of some of the things that we're looking forward to. The 2017 code is up. It's out there. If you're on a code panel, you already have it. It should be for sale very shortly. We're excited about that. A lot of work went into that. NFPA did a great job. The NIPMAMs are over. All of the arguing is done. The appeals are over. Didn't work out well for me. I sent an appeal in for 680.14. It didn't work out well. But at the end of the day, it's all good. You know, it's a good document. So get yours today. Visit NFPA.org. Do that. All right. So take care, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. Hopefully you kind of got an idea what we're going to do in the future. Oh, also, over on the message board, we're looking to get members and traffic. It doesn't cost anything. It's a free join. Share it to other people. Share it to your company. Share it to the electricians you know. They can ask any question there without worrying about getting any belittling or whatnot. You can just a free question zone. Just make sure it stays on topic and doesn't get kind of personal, because then we do have to edit it if it does that. So, all right, that's good. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Look for great things to come from Electrical Code Academy Incorporated and the Master the NEC series.